Hey guys, welcome to Channeled Wellness. We had a technical difficulty here. Unfortunately, when I was recording this message, my mic was not on. So some of the footage was lost. So it's gonna kind of pick up in the beginning of the actual tarot being pulled, but some of the channel messages are not included, unfortunately. We nevertheless we shall persevere. With that being said, this is Channeled Wellness, and we are doing an air elemental reading today. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything is going to align with you, and that's all right because it's not supposed to. Okay, so if something doesn't align, just leave it for whoever it's meant for. I am available for personal readings. You can book me through my email, and that information is in the description box below. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, we in business now. I'm sure you guys could hear me. It wasn't on the correct microphone, but I'm sure the sound is better now. So we're gonna keep it moving. We're not even gonna let that deter us from delivering the message here today. Okay, so looking at what thought pattern is shaping your current experience. um we have Judgment, the Emperor, and the Eight of Cups. You could be making the decision here to kind of walk away from trying to control. It's like it's given that you stop trying to control things, right? You're trying to do things in a new way. Um yeah. I feel like your gifts have really highlighted a new way of doing things for you. I feel like these gifts are connected to your childhood. So these could be gifts that are coming up from your childhood, like gifts that you had as a child coming back to resurface. And it's changing the way that you see things presently in your life. It's allowing you the room to detach from maybe some of the mechanisms that you currently were using, you know. Um Mechanisms of control. So, what does that look like? That looks like someone who always needed to be on time everywhere that you go. You always want to be on time. You're very, very poignant, is the word that's coming to mind. Um, there's something about like controlling your time because time is money, and this is what you need to do. But even with the Eight of Cups here and this water in the background, it's giving that like someone moving away from trying to control time so much into more of like a flow state, allowing things to flow naturally, not necessarily okay. And then the eight is giving me um infinity. It's allowing the natural flow of things instead of trying to have such a solid grip on things and form things. It's like you're world building, right? But you're like, what you would do is latch on to certain things in order to build your world because I need this, I need this, I need this, and even if something was resisting you, you would still clutch onto it. Okay, that's the idea of controlling time. Maybe there's an idea here that something needs to be created within a certain amount of time, or there's a deadline to a certain thing, but this deadline may be something that you have fabricated in your mind. This is simply a mindset for you. It's not an actual deadline. And whoever you are, you're embracing a natural flow to things now. Okay. What belief may no longer align with who you're becoming? We have the hangman coming out for this. And this just tells me that you're evaluating that at this time. Okay. It feels like there may be many beliefs that no longer align with who you're becoming. Okay. But you're taking the time here. The hangman is someone who says, no, I'm gonna stay right here in this spot and think this thing through until I gain some type of clarity or understanding here for what's actually happening. Yeah, there's something about the way that you were moving before, the way that you were doing things before, that was very, it put a lot of pressure on you. It was very burdensome is what I'm getting. And it's like you're at this time reevaluating what is it you believe and why do these beliefs cause so much burden on you. There's a certain type of ease that comes with allowing things to flow, you know, when you take a step back and you just allow things to be what they are, there's a way that things kind of naturally come together. I feel like this could be ideas or communication. For some of you, it may not be related to time. It could be trying to force a certain type of communication from a certain person or entity. Some of you in your spiritual practice, you may have been trying to reach out to a certain deity, I'm getting, and not receiving a response. Okay, so you've taken the time to kind of take a step back and allow things to flow more naturally. And in this way, you will receive the response from this deity. Okay, or communication from this person or these people, confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. However, it resonates. You have to flip it around to make it resonate for you, right? This is a collective, so it applies to multiple people. So it's not going to be 100% detailed. I feel like someone wants the details. Someone wants the details. They need to know 100% that this is exactly what it's supposed to be and you're on the right track 100%. Da, 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 but I feel like that's too much to ask at this time. Okay, Spirit is encouraging you to just allow things to flow. There's something about looking back at your past, your childhood, the way that things would happen in your childhood, the way that some situations unfolded have to do with the reason why you feel the need to control things now. But it's time to release that mentality is what I'm hearing. Okay, where do you need clarity or to be honest with yourself? Okay, the King of Wands. Okay, you need to be honest with yourself about where it is you're going here. What are you leading yourself into with your current patterns? I feel like your current patterns of behavior, your current thought patterns, where are they taking you? Okay, because you are the leader of your own show. Okay, so where are you taking yourself? All right. Be honest with yourself about where you're taking yourself. I feel like there's a very valuable lesson here. Honesty is not always easy to swallow, but sometimes it's necessary. Okay. And I feel like someone here, you may be dealing with some type of um, revealing some harsh truth about yourself through evaluating your past. Yes, what mental habit is keeping me stuck or distracted? The Three of Swords coming out here. There's there's something here that it's heartbreaking, it's heart-wrenching. It's like there's something that happened to you that made you, I don't know what this is. This could be some type of neglect from a parent, I'm hearing. And not so much that they were a neglectful parent, but when a certain situation arose, maybe a parent did not handle it in the best way possible. And so it set this image in your mind of the need to control things, in order to overperform, to get the response that you needed, the reaction that you needed to receive naturally from a parent. Okay, that could be something for someone here. I'm hearing even like in the classroom, or it could have been interactions with other peers, the same type of thing, where like you needed a certain response from your peers, or you wanted to elicit a certain type of response and maybe you were ignored, or maybe the people that you needed the response from had other priorities at that time, but as a child you didn't understand that, you know and so it caused you to be very hyper focused. Okay, that's what I'm getting. What truth is ready to be acknowledged or spoken here for the collective? All of it. All of it. And I don't feel like this is something that needs to be spoken necessarily unless you're like having a self talk. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely something that needs to be acknowledged. I feel like with the sun here, the circle is very prominent. Okay. There's a cycle here that has been going on for you, and it's time to close it out, to replace it with something new, is what I just heard. Okay. How can you invite more clarity, curiosity, or openness into this situation? Well, I feel like you're already evaluating things, right? Because you came out in the hangman. So you're already evaluating your beliefs. But spirit here with the death card is saying that this needs to end. These beliefs, once they've been identified, oh, with the world on the bottom, talk about closing out cycles. Once these cycles and these beliefs that stem from maybe a not so positive place have been identified, they can be closed out and let go of for good. The death card with the world together is like the ending of an era. It's really closing out a chapter. It's closing a book and putting it on the shelf, never to be thought about again. Okay. It's really, there's really an energy here of someone acknowledging whatever this is, this pattern, okay, that has emerged in your life, and really being able to truly step forward and move forward from it at this time. Okay. um don't be deterred. Don't allow yourself to be deterred from this. Okay. When you notice that something happens that triggers that same response in you again, okay, it's important that you shine a light on it and say, wait, no, I'm responding to this the way I would have when I was this person, but now I'm a new me and I respond to these things differently. Okay. It doesn't require as much effort as what you exactly. The Queen of Wands coming out for the overall message. Something doesn't require as much effort as what you've put into it. Okay, I don't know if you heard my phone vibrate. That was a confirmation. Okay, there's something about the magnetism of allowing things to flow and allowing things to come to you. You can have everything that you want, okay? But you are manifesting a life made easier, okay? You're not manifesting continuing to put effort and be under this immense amount of pressure to perform. You're manifesting things made easier for you. 555, you could be seeing that number a lot. Remember to be open to the changes that the universe is making in your life at this time. As always, I hope this message resonates and I hope it helps. Have a great day on purpose.